this, we're going to talk about the fallout with Disney, Hulu, ESPN, and Trump weighing in on the chaos. Yeah, he got to add his 2 cents, of course. So billions of dollars have been reportedly lost, four at that, billion, not million, $1 billion. Celebrities have rallied in support of Jimmy Kimmel, which they should, even though they're the ones that are going to be affected. Because if you're against Disney and they're the ones that produce the movies, then of course the celebrities can't make the movies. But they are behind Jimmy Kimmel and they are supporting him. And now he should be back on the air, so that suspension has been lifted. He will be back on the air tonight. But guess what, guys? Who really won in this particular case? Who lost? And what does that mean for free speech and corporate control in America? Let's talk about it. All right, Carlton, thank you for joining us. Hey, Lynx, how are you this evening? Thank you for joining us. Welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys for being a part of the JB family. We're talking about Jimmy Kimmel's win against Trump and ABC. ABC is going to take a loss. They've already taken a loss, I've heard, and we're going to talk about it. So we want you guys to weigh in on this particular topic. Thank you for being a part of the JB family. Okay, guys, so I am your girl, Dr. B, your favorite auntie, and welcome to another episode of J&B Live. Big love to all of our listeners and all of our viewers, wherever you are. I don't care if you're doing streaming, you're doing radio, YouTube, or podcasts. Thank you guys for listening, and a special shout out to the J&B Live family. We appreciate you riding with us.
That's right. We really do, Doc.
We do.
Appreciate all you guys that always join the J&B Live podcast. We appreciate it. And I am Broker J3, that guy, your boy, your favorite uncle. Thanks for tuning in again to J&B Live podcast. As Doc B said, today we are going to get a little wild drama about Jimmy Kimmel, ABC, Disney, Trump, Hulu, ESPN. You don't want to miss it. I'm quite sure a lot of you guys know the other a few days ago he was dropped from the late night indefinitely. Of course, they put a lot of spin on it, in regards to his return. But we're going to get into all of that. But first, let's get into how it went down, okay?
Okay, guys.
That's what we're going to do first.
Yeah, we want to know.
Well, first of all, let's lay it out. Again, Jimmy Kimmel made comments on his monologue about the assassination of the conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Okay? The backlash, it was immediate and definitely intense. ABC, which is owned by Disney, decided to suspend Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely.
And this is the kicker for me, guys. How many times have late night talk show hosts made fun of presidents or anything surrounding president? That's what they get paid to do.
Comedians.
They're comedians. That's what they get paid to do. So I'm saying to myself, how can somebody be so sensitive when they can't deal with that? Okay, guys. So what's happening is the FCC got involved too. Trump complained and his feelings got hurt. Okay. So Chair Brandon Carr warned ABC about potential regulatory consequences. In other words, what could happen. Plus, some of the major affiliates like Sinclair, which is one of the ones I think holding out, and Nexstar pulled the show from local stations.
Yeah. Is it Jones? Was it Jones? The Jones header? Yeah, he is back.
Yes, tonight.
He is back
tonight.
We're just giving you a recap in regards to what happened and the spin that they put on it and why he's actually back.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about today. Again, the title is Kimmel wins and Trump and ABC. They take a loss, because that's exactly what happened. And again, a lot of people have canceled their subscriptions.
Yes, they did. So we got someone that made a comment that says, my uncle My aunt and uncle. And guess what? I'm your favorite uncle. Remember that. And that's going to be your favorite uncle. Okay. So that's a compliment. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
All right, guys. Now during the suspension, viewers were again they was canceling their Disney, Hulu, ESPN subscriptions. They was canceling everything, and social media just straight blew up.
Yes, it did.
And reports claim that Disney lost nearly $4 billion in market value. Now, keep in mind, people was canceling the Disney cruise.
Yes.
They was canceling their trips that they was taking to Disneyland, Disney World. They was going crazy.
Yes, they did, and I'm glad they did because of the fact that you have to stand for something, and that's what I think these people did. And so your voice can be heard in certain ways. So they called us Auntie Johnson and Uncle Johnson. Okay, we'll take it. Thank you for the compliments. So what has been said is 4 billion dollars is mostly the market cap drop and public backlash that was combined. That is for Disney. It's not a confirmed single day loss, so you can't quote me on that, but it's just been projected. Still, the pressure is real because they are reacting. And you know the pressure is real because guess what? Why else would they bring him back? Okay? It's got to be real. They got to be losing money in order for them to bring him back.
Yeah, and it's really crazy that a lot of people don't understand that when you stand up for something and you say, no, we're not going to take this anymore, trust me, it makes a difference. People recognize that even with some of the boycotts that's been going down recently
with Target,
and a few other places that claim that they're not dealing with the DEI situation. We're not even going to get into that. But it's the same thing. Sometimes you have to speak up and fight for what you believe is right, because them shutting Jimmy Kimmel down, that was showing that we're attacking the freedom of speech.
Yes. And so what I feel is I think people are just sick and tired. They sick and tired of people trying to control them. In other words, if a person can't go on the air, these are, you got a talk show host and even the journalists, even when the legacy media is going out of the window, it's just like they can't say anything negative towards the president. But guess what? According to the Constitution, we all have a free speech.
Yeah.
And then that's part of their job, Jimmy Kimmel's job.
And it's really crazy is all of this is because our convicted felon president is in his feelings. Because come on, let's get real, y'all. It's the same man that talked about Obama like a dog.
He sure did.
But yet, you talked about him like a dog before, during, and after his presidency. But yet someone says anything about you, all of a sudden it's hurting your feelings, and you feel that they need to be shut down, taken out, or you want to sue them. It's just getting out of hand.
Yeah, and not just President Obama, Hillary Clinton,
Joe Biden, Shifty.
He talked about
then he, instead of calling Gavin Newsom, he's saying Gavin Newscomb.
Yes.
Some of the crazy thing, pigs in the blanket. It's so many things that this man has said about people that was so disrespectful. But to be our president, but when his feelings get hurt,
it becomes an issue, and he's using his power because they said that the reason that ABC bent the knee is because of a certain deal that they wanted the president to sign off on. But if they've already lost close to $4 billion, they had no choice but to renege and reinstate Jimmy Kimmel because they don't want to lose no money. Okay, so now the support for Jimmy Kimmel was massive. They said over 400 celebrities and public figures rallied behind him, and that is awesome. Some of those are Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks, Robert De Niro, Jennifer Aniston. I'm not going to include all of them. It was a lot of people. Regina King. They signed an open letter via the ACLU condemning the suspension. So kudos to them.
Exactly.
Yes.
And some of his late night peers also gave support, like Seth Meyers. Stephen Colbert,
Yeah, thank you for the hearts.
Jimmy Fallon, Jon Stewart, and Conan O'Brien. Fans really rally online too to make their voices heard. Because believe it or not, guys, this is actually really monumental in a way. And in fact, he's supposed to be back on tonight. So a lot of you fans of Jimmy Kimmel, make sure you guys definitely support him tonight to let him know that we love him and we appreciate him being back and being able to stand up to the big dogs.
Yeah. Okay, Zachary, thank you for the gift. And so I'm hoping tonight when he does appear again for his first episode back, that he does not bend the knee. I want him to continue the same commentary that he's always delivered to us. I want him to still say what's on his mind because he has a right to freedom of speech.
Okay? Exactly. He sure does.
Okay. All right, guys. All right. Now, the public response forced Disney to reconsider because they're losing money, showing that combined audience and celebrity pressure can move mountains. In other words, our voices were heard.
Yeah,
and the dollar.
and guys, pay attention now. You guys really don't understand how massive this is now. Now, Disney owns ABC. It also owns Marvel. It actually owns the rights to the Star Trek. I mean, not Star Trek, but Star Wars.
Yeah.
It has so many different movies and networks up under it. It's more massive. If you guys Google the companies that Disney own, it will literally blow your mind. So can you imagine when people started killing their subscriptions, canceling cruises, canceling the parks? It really did so much damage in that short period of time. You guys understand, $4 billion in a few days? That's massive. Yeah. So Disney could not continue to keep that bleeding going on because, they would have took a major loss. And still some people say they're still not going to resubscribe.
Yeah.
Just because we can't lie. I've canceled subscription as well, and I'm not going back. I have ways of being able to watch those programs without subscribing. So it is what it is.
Yeah, a lot of people have decided that even though he has been reinstated, they will not renew those subscriptions. In other words, some are saying the damage is already done.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, fast forward several days. Disney announced that Jimmy Kimmel Live will return on September 23rd. Today.
Yeah.
Now, leadership talks with CEO Bob Iger and co-chair Dana Walden, who led the reinstatement. But guys, come on. They can play games and pretend like, we said it was indefinite, but we knew we was gonna bring him back. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That's BS.
Yeah. I think they used a term that what he said wasn't it wasn't a respectable term or something. It was something minor. It did not warrant a suspension.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't. If that was the case, just say, hey, tomorrow on your show, just let them know, hey, I apologize if I made it touch some nerves or whatever, but this is just a show. Nothing serious, entertainment purposes only or whatever. But when you do something as drastic as suspending him and then saying indefinite means you don't know when he's gonna be back.
Yeah.
Come on, let's not play those games.
And then for me, when you think about it, Broker J3, if I were Kimmel, knowing that they suspended me for something that I said, what's to say that they won't suspend him in 2 weeks, 1 week? Who's to say that? So, my question is, should he be considering other outlets?
I think he should always be considering other outlets because, right now I'm quite sure during the time of his suspension, he was already considering what other avenues to take because I'm quite sure that his tenure with ABC Disney is not going to be much longer.
Yeah,
I doubt.
I don't think it will be the same either.
Yeah, I doubt when his contract ends. I doubt that he will decide to continue with that network. It's because again, they can do the same thing again whenever they feel like it. He'll either be censored, he won't be able to say certain things. And it won't be the Jimmy Kimmel that everybody know and love. Let's just be real.
I'm hoping they are giving him free will to continue to say what he wants to say. I'm hoping that, and I hope they're not going to censor him and tell him what to say as a comedian.
I hope not as well, Doc B.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So even with this return, there are affiliates like Sinclair and Nexstar They refuse to air the show. And I'm saying to myself, so what? Okay, somebody they can go just watch it elsewhere. They don't have to watch it, on Sinclair next. Start it and go watch it whatever wherever they want, citing a need for a direct apology. He don't need to apologize to anyone. Really. Okay.
Appreciate you, Big Yayo. Oh, that's the big Cuzzo. What's up, Cuz?
Yes,
Appreciate.
hi.
I always love it when you guys come through.
Yeah.
Family always know how to support and do the damn thing.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you for the gifts, guys. We appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you so much. Now, Trump weighed in publicly, stating that the suspension was due to bad ratings, which we already know
That's a lie.
that's a lie. Now, this is not just about late night monologue; it's become political. That's exactly what it is, because he's already stating that the networks, 97% of the networks, only talk bad things about him. But let's be honest. What are you doing positive for the people? Everything that you're doing for the people is hurting the people. This hasn't become political, nor has it become financial or cultural. At all. Is what it is. It's authoritarian dictatorship that you're trying to pull on, and it's not going to work. We're not having it.
Yeah. And I want to bring this up because we're talking about Jimmy Kimmel, but I do want to mention Colbert as well, because Trump said the same thing. He was terrible. He wasn't a good comedian, and they did cancel his show. So I know that there are talks of a show with he and Jasmine Crockett. So kudos to him. And I said to myself, CBS canceled, decided not to renew his contract. May he be blessed in wherever he goes and whatever he decides to do. So kudos to him as well.
Exactly.
Okay, guys. So the company Disney, they took a hit. ABC, ESPN, Hulu, all of them took a hit. The audience were engaged. People wanted to be heard because they feel like we have a right to say what we want to say. It's a freedom of speech. So everybody was organized. They got behind Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes,
they canceled them subscriptions. They canceled them cruises. They did whatever.
They did what they were supposed to do.
And he will walk back on stage as a winner tonight.
Yeah, they did what they were supposed to do.
He did the darn thing.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
he did. So guys, any of you guys Jimmy Kimmel fans that's on the live tonight? Any of you guys ever watch his show?
Yeah.
If so, put a heart in the comment section, or just let us know that you watch him.
Yeah, and there have been talks of watch parties everywhere to watch his show tonight and in support of him.
To blow up the ratings.
To blow up the ratings.
Just to let Mr. Convicted Felon President know that it had nothing to do with no damn ratings.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys. So
who really won?
Yeah.
It's clear that Kimmel is clearly the winner in this situation. First of all, why is he the winner? No, why? Because he's reinstated. He's supported by the celebrities, and free to speak his mind. Free speech advocates also score a win here. And of course, the public. The public it was in outrage, and they showed that outrage when they started canceling those subscriptions.
Yes. So kudos to everyone who canceled a subscription.
Not just the subscription, the cruises, the theme parks, everything.
I even saw where one person posted said that they're no longer going to buy Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, so they went as far as that as well. Okay, guys. So what about Disney and ABC? Okay, they may have avoided backlash by reinstating him. They really didn't have no choice because they were losing money. But billions in the market cap, subscriptions, and credibility were on the line for them. So the affiliates may think they won by taking a stand. They took a stand and then now they reinstated him, but they risk alienating their viewers. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people are not going to renew their subscriptions, even though they have reinstated Jimmy Kimmel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And big shout outs to all of our people that have joined us. Came in Cowboy Casanova, Major.
Yes, thank you. Ronald Harvey, we got Tiny.
Saint 314 Girl, Tiny, Chapstick. Appreciate you
Nikki
guys.
Manning, yeah.
And guys, please remember we do have that gift goal. So if you guys see our gift goals, please
Tap that
help us
screen.
get that gift goal. Tap the
Yes.
screen and send
Much
those
love
gifts.
to you
It
guys.
goes a long way to keep this content going, and we truly appreciate it, guys. Now, Trump and the FCC got visible, and they also received criticism over their overreach. Now, overall, Jimmy Kimmel, he does walk away as a bigger winner.
Yes.
But, it just goes to show how fragile, our Constitution is right now, especially with the administration that's in office right now, because they are attacking the people in so many ways. I mean, people, the food prices are going up. The benefits are being cut. Now they fired so many people from so many jobs. They've done so much, and now they're attacking free speech. Guys, we need to wake up, pay attention, and we need to speak loud, because it's getting out of hand when it gets to the point where you feel that the country that you're living in feels like one of those countries that
Third world countries.
it just does not make sense.
Yeah. And I can almost guarantee you, thank you, Empower, Big Wayo. I cannot guarantee you there are going to be some other suspensions / firings, because he is going to continue to flex. That's what he's doing. He's trying to prove that he is in control. Even though the people may get reinstated, whatever, he's still going to continue to do that, because he's trying to control you. And that's what he does. So get ready for the legacy media, which is going to continue to be, say scripted text or whatever they've been told to say. And that's not real journalism. That's why we watch a lot of streaming platforms, podcasts. That's why you guys should watch us, because we keep it real here. There's nobody telling us what we have to say.
That's right. And as we've stated before, I think we got 2 podcasts that talks about legacy media is dead. I mean, nobody watches the real news anymore, because if you guys go back and look at who owns the majority of the news media, they're owned by 2 to 3 people. All of the news stations that you see are owned by 2 to 3 people. I guarantee you. So that means that everything you watch, they're controlling everything. I remember when we was kids, if something happened in LA or New York, I grew up in Miami. We knew what was going on that night's news. We knew what happened that day. Now, unless you hear it on social media, you don't even know that these people were shot or this person was hurt. You don't know any of these things that's going on, because the media is controlled by
what they're doing is, and excuse me, Broker J3, they're telling you what they want you to hear. In other words, I can't remember who said it. I think it was Brendan Carr. They want to tell you how to think. If they're delivering content that's just going to be positive about certain people, they're telling you their brain is a form of brainwashing you. You're not getting the real news.
Exactly. Because think about it. When we grew up, what we saw on TV, we believed it was real. We thought that was
CNN,
actually what was going on. And now, when you see something on TV, you can't even guarantee what they're telling you is the truth. The president, every day he gets on TV, he tells lies. And the crazy part about it is, if the president is literally lying, nobody corrects this man. Nobody say that's not true. That's untrue. That didn't happen. But yet they allow it to happen. And then you have people, bless their heart, that believe that whatever that man says is the truth, because he said it. Why would he lie?
Yeah. And I, and to a certain extent, you kind of feel sorry for him, because if they don't know, and some have found out, because there was a lot of people that voted for Trump who say they wish they had not voted for him. And they're in a situation now where they know the truth, but had they known earlier. So, like I said, to a certain extent, the media, the legacy medias, the CNNs, the Fox, they're telling you what they want you to hear. They may not be giving you the whole truth. And so with this sanction or this suspension, they're going to tell other journalists, not just the talk show hosts, they want to be able to tell them what to say as well. In essence to all of that, they're trying to tell you what to think.
That's right, guys, and
Yeah.
and we got to let them know that we're much smarter than that. It doesn't matter what they tell us, or we are much smarter than that. Just like even our topic today, we already know that Jimmy Kimmel didn't return because of the BS that they're trying to push out there. We already know that the only reason he returned because they done lost $4 billion+, and they're tired of the bleeding and they wanted to stop. So they figured if they bring him back, that will help alleviate or at least put a Band-Aid on what's going on right now.
Yeah, and so what better way to hit them than through their pockets?
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So the story tonight shows the power of the public, celebrities, and creative voices, your voices. Kimmel's return is a win for expression, freedom of speech. Also, the affiliate's refusal to air the show reminds us that we still have a crack in the system, because we had Nexstar and the other one, I can't remember the other one right now, but that refused to air Jimmy Kimmel. So there's still a crack in the system. So our voices, our subscriptions, our tweets, they all matter. And we must keep watching how these corporate decisions unfold, because there will be more.
That's right, guys. And, as Doc B said, you have to make your voice heard. That's why we appreciate when you guys get on our platform and comment.
Thank you. Like and subscribe. And share.
We appreciate that because, guys, we love your voice as well, because people need to know exactly what's going on. Now, authority, whether it's corporate, political, or even regulatory, they cannot impose its will without consequences. Disney risked alienating their viewers, affiliates risked missing audiences, and Kimmel comes out on top. That's exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. This episode proved that public pressure does work, even against the biggest corporations.
Yes.
But the precedent is still messy.
Yeah.
And we will be watching, because we already know it's not the end of this situation with Jimmy Kimmel and ABC Disney. We know it's not the end, guys.
All right, Divine. Thank you for being our biggest supporter. We appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Miss T. And Awesome. Thank you, guys, for supporting us. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Don't forget now, like, share, and subscribe to JMB Live. Tell your friends and drop your thoughts into the comments. We want to hear from you.
That's right, guys. And make sure you guys follow us everywhere. Most of you guys have YouTube, so make sure you go to YouTube and pull up @Live with JMB, and make sure you guys subscribe. We want you guys to subscribe to @Live with JMB. And if you really down with us, we also have our member program on YouTube as well, where you get extra exclusives when you become a member. But remember, subscriptions are free. Subscriptions are free, so make sure you subscribe. And we'll keep bringing the truth, whether it's messy or raw. We always appreciate you guys. And for our audio listeners out there that don't always have the time to be able to watch us live, you can always catch us on your favorite podcast network, whether it's iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast listening enjoyment. Just look for JMB Live Podcast, and me and Doc B will be there. Thank you again so much, guys. We'll appreciate everything that you guys do.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us. I am your girl, Dr. B. I am your favorite auntie. Guys, I want you to stay loud. I want you to stay free, and I want you to stay real. Keep it real and stay tuned.
And again, thanks again. And I am that guy, your boy, your favorite uncle, Broker J3. And as me and Doc B always like to say, guys, let's talk about it.
Much love to you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you so much.